Hello everybody and welcome to another Valheim video. Today I'll be showing you the most insane farm I have built to date. After having watched this video, you will have so many intestines that you won't know what to do with them. I've conquered the Black Forest once before, and today I will show you how to make the swamp your domain. Today we learn how to infinitely AFK farm Draugr. So in today's video, I will be building in my solo creative world. Now before I get another 100 questions about this fire sword, you can only get it through creative. Check out this video if you're interested in the secret weapons in Valheim. Now this design is slightly similar to my Grey Dwarf farm design, but revamped of course to be more efficient and to work with these spawner changes. So it is very easily replicated in your own server. Now if you're one of the unlucky few that does not have a server of your own or does not know how to set one up, have no fear, as this video is kindly sponsored by Server Pro. Server Pro now offers virtual private servers to host your own Valheim server. With such an easy to use custom control panel, you're able to set up in just a few clicks. If you're interested, click the first link in my description to get started. Then you can invite your friends to enjoy a hassle-free gaming experience we know you'll never forget. Thanks again to Server Pro for sponsoring the channel, and without further ado, let's get right into this farm. The first things first, you will of course have to find yourself a Draugr spawner. This can be in the swamp where they are most commonly found, or in a Draugr village that you'll find in a meadows biome, although they are a lot less common, so they are much harder to find. The required materials for this build include lots of stone, wood, a little bit of core wood, and at least 2 wolves. The higher the star rating of the wolves, the better. If you don't have any wolves or you're struggling to tame some, I have a video on my channel that will help you out. Now while looking for a spawner, if you're lucky in the swamp, you can stumble upon groups of up to 3 spawners. Sometimes they even include skeleton spawners, which are also able to be farmed this exact same way. Keep in mind, if you're using more than one spawner in your farm, which is not necessary at all, you will of course need more wolves, but that is not an issue at all, and I will explain why later in this video. So just like the Grey Dwarf farm I built, you're going to start by baiting the Draugr from your spawner into a nearby hole. Make sure the hole is close by or the Draugr will continue to spawn. Once you've got the Draugr into a hole by parrying and pushing them, the spawner will act as if it were turned off essentially, allowing you to work on the farm freely without them bothering you. Since mine is inside a house, I will destroy that house and flatten the land. Once I've got a flat area to work with, I will begin creating the walls. The taller the better. It is important that you build the walls out of earth, as they will be indestructible. It's also important that you don't dig under the spawner like you would with the Grey Dwarf farm, as Archer Draugr can spawn on top of it, and that will be a major issue for your farm later on. Trust me. Once you've got the rough earth walls surrounding the spawner, you're going to bring it out on whatever side you like. I made some earth pillars to mark where I want the corners to be, and then I took my time with filling it in. With these new raised ground changes, this might take you a little while, but it will be all worth it in the end, and if you've built a Grey Dwarf farm, you should have plenty of stone, and that should not be a worry. Once the platform has been created, I'm going to smooth it all out and surround the entirety of the farm in stake walls. This will keep in your wolves. The next step is to add in your infinite wolf breeding farm. The one I use in this video was designed by Broadbent. Despite trying for hours to find a more efficient method, I can't seem to create one that outperforms his simple, cheap, and extremely effective breeder design. I won't run you through how to build this one step by step. Instead, I'll link his short tutorial in the description below. He definitely deserves the view. Of course, you can build whichever breeder design you like here, just ensure that the wolves that are breeding are far enough away from the spawner that they do not aggro. I made the mistake of building mine too close and actually had to make it taller later on. So now we have a farm set up with an unlimited supply of wolves and a fence ensuring that they do not run away. The best part is when the Draugr spawn, the baby wolves stay up top and run around, and then when they've grown into adults, they will aggro and run down into the pit and start doing work. Now the next step in the build, which is the last requirement, is to kill the Draugr in that hole and cover the spawner. What I mean by this is just raising the land over the top of the spawner, essentially making it invincible. While this idea is super simple, it did take me hours to figure out with a lot of trial and error and a lot of different build designs. The wolves would otherwise destroy the spawner, and like I said earlier, digging underneath would allow those archers to spawn on top of the spawner, which would create a number of issues. And of course, building on top of the spawner didn't resolve anything either. So now that you've killed your Draugr in that hole you made earlier, they should begin to spawn in the farm pit. Some Draugr may spawn inside the raised ground, but they will be sticking out the top and will still be vulnerable to your wolves. Your two options now are to leave it as it is and enjoy your rewards, or you can make it even stronger. How you can do this is by replicating what you just did on the other three sides. Having more wolf spawners means there will be less wolves dying and more entrails dropping. I'll do this on one other side just to show you what I mean. So here is the complete farm. It works wonders and you'll have an unlimited supply of a very strong food source. Keep in mind you can do this for skeletons too, although they do become kinda useless in late game worlds, but it's there if you wanted that as an option. I hope this video helped you out. You can let me know by liking or subscribing. Comment down below your thoughts and join the Discord if you want to become a part of the growing community. Thanks again to Server Pro for sponsoring a small creator. I appreciate the love. Thank you to all my patrons and YouTube members. Take it easy guys. Have a good one. I'll catch you later. Peace.